Welcome back, Joy Boys and Joy Girls from the Ancient Kingdom. Chapter 11-18 has been quite divisive, hasn't it? On one side, we have people like Luffy who despise cherry pie, while on the other side, others like Teach that absolutely love it. This situation was similar to what happened in Chapter 1101, where Bonney brought her concept of Nika to life during her flashback by transforming into an elastic form and delivering a powerful punch to a navy ship. Back in the day, it shook up the community. Some people liked it, some didn't. There were cries of scandal. People tore their hair out. They burned everything. But today, as then, the substance does not change. As to whether you may like it or not, that is unquestionable. I told you then, I tell you today, it is subjective, it is taste. And I am honest. Just as I appreciated the choice of the chapter 1101, I also appreciate this additional step this time. But this is my subjective reality. Whether I like it or not matters zero to you. The fulcrum of the question is whether this goes against the logic of manga. And so today, as in chapter 1101, no, it does not go against those logics. Saturn provided a comprehensive explanation of how Bonney's fruit works. He was the one who bestowed the fruit upon Bonney in the form of an extract and conducted extensive research on its abilities. This power grants the ability to transform into any future one can envision. However, with each revelation of reality, the range of future options available diminishes. And therein lies the point. Nika is something absolutely real and tangible, like an ostrich or a rock or what you want in real life, unlike previous instances where she lacked the awareness that Luffy was Nika. During those times, all she had were Kuma's vague and incomplete descriptions. But now, with him standing before her, she could envision him in his entirety, thus expanding her range of choices compared to before. Despite Saturn's attempts to persuade her otherwise, Nika is unequivocally real, not a figment of her imagination, and this realization liberated her from her burdensome restraints. And the main focus of today's chapter is the concept of freedom and self-determination. Each character, ranging from Luffy's crew to the antagonists, is deeply motivated by their desire to live according to their own set of rules and pursue their individual dreams. In the real world, these core concepts carry great significance. The autonomy to choose one's own path, express oneself freely, and chase after personal aspirations is crucial for both individual contentment and overall social welfare. The capacity for self-determination empowers individuals to feel satisfied, inspired, and accountable for their own lives. Challenges against various forms of oppression, whether they are social, political, or economic in nature, exemplify the constant struggle for human rights and fundamental liberties. And in one piece, this theme breaks down into 5 points, maybe even more, but I limit myself to 5 points. First, dreams and aspirations. Luffy wants to become king of pirates, Zoro the best swordsman, Sanji to find the All Blue. Each member of the crew has a personal goal that represents their ultimate expression of freedom and personal fulfillment. 2. Contrast with authority. The series is replete with examples in which the protagonists challenge oppressive authorities, such as the government, the navy, or other nastier pirates. This confrontation represents the struggle for freedom against forces that seek to control and limit the self-determination of individuals. 3. Personal evolution. Characters such as Nami, Robin, and Jinbei have stories of oppression and slavery from which they break free, demonstrating that self-determination is a path of personal growth and liberation from physical and psychological shackles. 4. Unity and solidarity. The Straw Hat crew exemplifies the compatibility of personal freedom with these concepts. While everyone is afforded the freedom to chase their own dreams, they are also embraced by a family that offers unwavering support. This harmony between individuality and cohesiveness serves as a powerful example of how unity and solidarity can coexist. 5. The Devil's Fruits. These strange fruits possess the power to grant extraordinary lives that often defy the laws of nature. The Devil's Fruits are the physical manifestation of the deepest desires and imagination of their owners. Renowned scientist Vegapunk elucidates that Devil's Fruits symbolize the potential evolution of humanity, encompassing a profound longing and ambition to become or achieve something truly unprecedented. In today's examination, I would like to direct our attention towards the final aspect, the capabilities of the fruits. According to the concept formulated by Vegapunk, everything in the world of One Piece originates from desire, including the devil's fruits. These fruits embody the potential for human evolution, representing a longing to become or achieve something distinct. The powers bestowed by these fruits are paramount for mankind's future and appear in countless variations. Those who currently possess these powers essentially inhabit alternative worlds, brought into existence through the creative imaginations of ancient and unknown individuals. One of the notable abilities showcased in the 1118th chapter of One Piece is Jewelry Bonney's Toshi Toshi fruit. With this peculiar devil's fruit power, she possesses the ability to manipulate the cells of living beings and influence their aging process. Moreover, Bonney also possesses a unique skill that enables her to reshape herself in alignment with her unconscious imagination, birthing diverse alternative future scenarios with both advantageous and detrimental outcomes. In numerous interviews and the SBS segment, Oda, the creator of the series, has elaborated that the devil's fruits serve as the extraordinary tools through which he can exercise complete control over reality, emphasizing that there exist no rigid regulations nor fixed guidelines in their usage. And this leads us to consider seemingly absurd situations, such as Luffy having a body with the elastic characteristics of rubber, but also being able to catch fire with no plausible explanation, other than that it is the fault of friction. You know, as do I, that this explanation reeks of poop beyond belief. However, Vegapunk's explanation, along with the abilities of Luffy and Bonney, presents us with an undeniable truth within the logic of the manga itself. The determination and aspirations of human beings are a powerful and creative force. Just as in the real world, desires and aspirations drive people to innovate, overcome limitations, and transform society. And in One Piece, this principle is taken to the extreme. On one side, there lies the ambition, or haki, and the determination of individuals, while on the other, there awaits the tremendous power of devil's fruits. These fruits grant those who consume them extraordinary abilities that are tailored to their individual desires and creative imagination. It is worth noting that the extent of a person's imagination directly correlates to the versatility of their powers. Individuals lacking in creativity will often limit themselves to employing their powers in the most rudimentary ways possible. Do I have the power of a bear? Well, I transform myself into a bear man in hybrid form, and I become human again in the basic version. One who has inventiveness and creativity, on the other hand, can invent anything. See Kaku, for example, who despite having eaten the fruit for only a few minutes, between the pasta machine and the cubic form, would have a lot to teach many veteran fruit users. The point being made here is that despite its nonsensical nature, One Piece is governed by specific rules. In this manga, mental freedom, self-determination, and willpower prevail above all else. We should remember the words of physicist Willie Gallon from volume 24, when the ship St. Brice plummets from the sky. Gallon stated, "Everything that man can imagine can become reality. This implies that if you can conceive of something, it has the potential to be realized. The limitation of anyone is imposed only by oneself. Imagination is limited only and only by one's own freedom. This is as true in life as in manga, although in manga, in a more exaggerated way. It is comics, of course." When Bonney initially only knew of Nika from her father's description, she was only able to make herself elastic and huge. However, now that she has truly observed and understood Nika, she can use her own power to manifest a future where she becomes the most free individual, essentially attaining Nika's flawless essence that is associated with freedom. It's crucial to note that this doesn't imply that she possesses all of Luffy's abilities or that her power can replicate every facet of his. Nika's power seamlessly complements Luffy's and grants him boundless opportunities and autonomy, precisely because our main character is already himself a free person in his own self. He awakened his Hito Hito model, Nika, because his body and soul were in perfect alignment with the fruit. This information might ring a bell if you remember Kaido explaining it to us. Luffy perfectly personifies the concepts of self-determination and the freedom to shape one's own reality. Right from the start, he has distinguished himself through his unwavering determination to pursue his dreams without succumbing to the limitations imposed by society or figures of authority. Luffy's ambition to become the Pirate King has always been an act of seizing independence and affirming the right of every individual to forge their own destiny, even when his or her path seems already written by who knows what prophecy or Oda's narrative folly. Luffy is an untamable force of nature, persistently challenges oppressive authorities, whether they be the government, navy, tyrannical pirates, or adversaries of any kind. Merely by being present, he serves as a shining beacon of hope and a catalyst for transformative change when encountered by others. Through their actions and the example they set, Luffy conveys a profoundly impactful message. Every individual possesses both the right and the capacity to attain freedom and chart their own unique path in life. Throughout his journey, the protagonist exhibits his ability to inspire others through the formation of numerous alliances. These alliances are comprised of diverse individuals who have all experienced some form of oppression. When they encounter the protagonist, they find the strength and motivation to break free from their circumstances and pursue their aspirations. With his unwavering determination and indomitable spirit, he becomes an antidote against oppression and despair. His positive energy and ability to see potential in others motivates them to believe in themselves and fight for their freedom. Luffy fights not only for his own freedom, but also for the freedom of others by embodying the true spirit of Nika, the liberator of slaves. Whenever Luffy intervenes, he spreads the ideals of self-determination and freedom. By toppling tyrants and breaking chains of oppression, he actively engages in liberating others. His actions inspire a yearning for freedom, demonstrating that it is possible to shape their own reality and escape the clutches of oppression. Luffy serves as a catalyst for liberation, demonstrating the power and feasibility of self-determination. And this is what transpires with Bonney. It is Luffy who facilitates her path to liberation. He empowers her by saying, "I have faith in you. I know you can achieve it, even though I don't comprehend the mechanics of your fruit." Bonney, a 12-year-old girl who has endured a wretched existence under the control of tormentors who exploited her as a test subject, rendering her motherless and fatherless, ostracizing her from friends, land, sunlight, and the freedom to live as a regular human being, eventually becomes the embodiment of her own aspirations. Nika, the savior, the liberator, symbolizing that even if you have lived in darkness up to this moment, you always have the freedom to shape your own reality and find the light. One must steadfastly have faith in it. Luffy is undoubtedly the hero of this tale. He serves as the catalyst, the vehicle, the means through which the world may finally regain its freedom. However, it is important to recognize that the role of hero is not limited to Luffy alone. Anyone who chooses to break free from the chains of oppression and fight for their own liberation has the potential to become a hero. By following Luffy's example and refusing to accept oppression, one can find the strength within themselves to shape their own destiny and emerge as a hero in their own right. So Luffy, with his indomitable spirit and generous heart, sure, will free the world from its chains, but he awakens the hero potential of everyone he meets. He doesn't want to be a hero, does he? Well, they will all be heroes in the end. Except for him, who instead will be the one who makes others heroes, because everyone will be Nika. Yes, everyone will be Nika in the end. Of course, I mean whoever chooses to follow that spirit. Bonney is now both mentally and physically so. His power allows her to do so. The world, on the other hand, will welcome him in spirit, and they too will become liberators, as well as liberated by Nika himself. The true power of freedom and self-determination is demonstrated in our ability to not only change ourselves, but also influence those around us. This particular story, a small but significant chapter in the epic One Piece series that currently consists of 11 to 18 chapters, exemplifies the notion that genuine strength lies in the desire for personal liberation and the drive to assist others in finding their own path towards fulfillment. This is precisely why, from an objective standpoint, this particular chapter is impactful. It encapsulates the core essence of what One Piece represents up until this point in the narrative. Then, let me reiterate. Whether you like it or not, from a subjective standpoint, the ancient Romans used to proclaim de gustibus non disputandum est, which translates to you don't debate matters of taste. And did you like it? Did you not like it? Did my speech anyway leave you with something? Or do you just wipe your little butts with it? That then is always up to you. I salute you. Be good to yourselves and have fun, and be free. Bye.